Good morning, all of you. In today's session, we have to discuss the important part of turn-off method of a SCR. Name of the subtopic is Class C commutation of a SCR. And TLO or lecture outcome for today's session is after attending the lecture, student will be able to explain the class C commutation method of a SCR. Now we will see what is meaning of commutation first. So commutation means the process to turn off a SCR is called as commutation. SCR stands for silicon controlled rectifier. It is also called as a thyristor. So the process to turn off a SCR is called as commutation, and a successful commutation or successful turn off means the SCR it should be reversed bias by external circuit for a minimum time period. We know that biasing means or a biasing it can be forward bias or it can be a reversed bias type of biasing. Biasing is divided into two categories, forward bias and reversed bias. So when we turn off ASCR, it should be reversed bias, and this reversed biasing it should be done by external circuit for minimum time duration, for minimum time period. Now refer circuit diagram of class C commutation. Circuit diagram means it is nothing but interconnection of different components, and this class C commutation it is also called as complementary voltage commutation. Class C commutation is having alternate name as complementary voltage commutation. So here you can observe the circuit diagram of class C commutation circuit. Please observe this diagram carefully. In this circuit diagram, you can observe that it consists of DC voltage supply on left hand side. On right hand side or in this region, it consists of resistor RL, resistor R, capacitor C. T1 is first or thyristor 1, T2 is thyristor 2 or SCR2, and it is a circuit diagram for class C type of commutation circuit. Now in this diagrammatic representation, both the SCR they can handle the load current. It means load current it can flow through SCR or thyristor T1 as well as thyristor T2, and capacitor C is called as a commutating capacitor. Voltage across this is used to commute the conducting SCR. It means voltage through this capacitor, it is used to turn off a SCR which is in on state. Now in this circuit diagram we have to consider an equation. We know that V equal to I into R. We are aware that we know the Ohm's law, V equal to IR. It means voltage equal to current multiplied by resistor or resistance value. Voltage equal to multiplication of current and a resistor. From this Ohm's law, it is a Ohm's law. Now, from this law, we can say that IR1 or I equal to V divided by R. From Ohm's law, we can say that current equal to voltage divided by resistor. Now, if you apply the Ohm's law for this circuit, then you will find that you will get two equations. First is IR1 equal to Vs divided by R1. Here Vs is the source voltage or a DC voltage. So IR1 equal to Vs divided by R1. Similarly, IR2 equal to Vs divided by R2. IR1 and IR2, these are the value of current flowing through resistor R1 or RL and resistor R2 or resistor R. So remember these equations, and it is assumed that both the SCRs are ideal. Both the SCRs, they are assumed to be ideal. So when they are on, when these SCRs they are in on state, so voltage drop across them will be zero. Voltage drop when these SCR are on, it will be zero. It is ideal condition. Ideally it is assumed. Now consider operation of this circuit. Now in this operation, you can observe that some notations are provided. This is a DC voltage supply. I is current. This current is equal to IL plus IC. IL means it is current flowing through, IL is current flowing through resistor RL, and IC is current flowing through capacitor C, and current I is addition of IL plus IC. Current I is addition of IL and IC. Now in this case, initially SCR1 is triggered or thyristor T1 is triggered. Now initially what will happen? Listen carefully. At initial instant SCR1 is triggered. Initially this SCR T1 it will be triggered or it will be turned on. As you can observe, here there is closed loop path or connection between these 2 points. So SCR1 thyristor T1 is triggered, so it will connect the capacitor C across the SCR. Now you can observe current flowing through this path and capacitor C is connected to this thyristor. Voltage across C, it reverse bias the SCR2 and it is turned off due to voltage commutation. Now at this instant, what will happen? This capacitor is having polarity plus and minus. It is polarity of capacitor C. Because of this polarity, thyristor T2, it will be in reversed bias mode. As thyristor T2 is in reversed bias mode, so this thyristor T2, it will be turned off. We know that a thyristor, it can be in forward bias or it can be in reversed bias. In reversed bias, thyristor is turned off. So in this case, in this situation, capacitor C, it will reversed bias thyristor T2 and thyristor T2, it will be turned off. Thyristor T2 will be in off condition. Now next, load current equal to V divided by R. It will flow through SCR1 or thyristor 1. In this situation, current it will flow through SCR1. Current will flow through thyristor T1. As you can observe, I is value of current and current will flow through thyristor T1. The capacitor fully charges and after fully charging, current through capacitor C, it will be 0 and SCR continues to conduct. After some time interval, what will happen? We know that capacitor is shown by two parallel plates. So capacitor, it is having property that it charges and discharges. So when capacitor is charged up to its highest value, up to its full capacity, so what will happen afterwards? After some time, the capacitor, it will charge fully and current IC through capacitor C, it will be 0 and SCR1, it will continue to conduct. SCR1 thyristor T1, it will continue to conduct and value of IC, it will be 0. Value of current through SCR, it will be 0. Now what happens in this case? Charging current of capacitor C, current will be 0. Current through this or IC, charging current of this capacitor C, it will be 0. Voltage on capacitor C have polarity plus and minus, and this thyristor T1, it will continue to conduct. Continue to conduct means current will flow through this thyristor T1 and I equal to V divided by R. In this case, current I equal to V divided by R, and at the end of this mode, at the end of this working situation, other thyristor T2 or SCR2, this T2 is turned off, or this Thyristor T2, as you can observe, it is in off state. Now consider another mode of operation. In this mode, as you can observe, in this mode of operation, observe this diagram. In this diagram, you can observe that the current I is flowing through thyristor T2. I is value of current, it is flowing through thyristor T2, and thyristor T1 is in off state. There is open circuit, or there is no connection between these 2 points, and thyristor T1 is in off state and thyristor T2 is conducting. Thyristor T2 is conducting. So SCR2 is turned on. It will connect the capacitor C across SCR1 via SCR2. Now observe the polarity of capacitor C. Observe the polarity of voltage across capacitor C. Observe carefully. As you can observe, this capacitor C, it is having plus polarity, and on this side, on right hand side, polarity is minus. So what will happen? Because of this polarity, the thyristor T1, it will be reversed biased. Listen carefully. Because of this polarity, thyristor T1 will be in reversed bias mode. We know that when a thyristor is in reversed bias mode, so it is in off state. So what will happen? Voltage on capacitor C, it will reverse bias the SCR1, and this SCR1, it will be turned off. Now current through SCR2, current through thyristor 2 is equal to sum of the current value and sum of two current values, current IL and current IC. IL is current flowing through resistor RL and IC is current through this capacitor C. Now voltage across SCR, it will follow the variation in the capacitor voltage. The capacitor is fully charged at the end of this operation, at the end of this mode, and IC equal to 0, and voltage across this capacitor, it is Vc. Now in this mode, the SCR continue to carry the load current. This SCR2, it will continue to carry the current. Voltage on C, voltage on capacitor C, it is constant. Charging current of capacitor C, IC equal to 0. Now after some time, after some instant, SCR is again SCR T1, it will again turn off T2, and the cycle repeats itself. This cycle, it will go on repeating itself. This class C type of commutation. Now application of this class C commutation. This class C commutation, it is used in DC circuit breaker, or it is also used in low power flasher. This class C commutation technique, It is used in two major applications. It is in DC circuit breaker or in low power flasher. So at the end we have to summarize whatever we have learned. So in commutation, in this class C type of commutation, we have to study or we have to refer the three diagrams. All these three diagrams are simple to understand. When you explain the operation of class C type, then first draw this diagram, structure or circuit arrangement of this diagram, then explain the operation in this case in first mode, and in this figure C you have to state the operation, and these two thyristors T1 and T2, they will be turned on and turn off one after another. This thing you have to explain. At the end you have to solve the homework question. Homework question is, at the end of session you have to solve the two homework question. First question is, draw circuit diagram of class C commutation circuit, and second is, state one application of class C commutation. State any one application of class C commutation. At the end of conclusion, after attending this, after watching this video, you will be able to explain the class C commutation. If you have any query or question, please comment below. Thank you.